Well, guys, it's been a while, but do you guys recognize this car? I don't know. A lot of you guys that are new to this channel are not going to recognize this car. Maybe the frame kind of gives it away. That's an 03 and newer. Lower control arms means they're steel, so that's a 07 and newer. A little bit different of a paint job. But this is still the same old car. Still the same old car. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is Burn Barrel. Welcome back, Burn Barrel. This car is actually no longer mine, but it's my buddy's now. And he derbied it last year, and he's looking to derby it this year, but it needs a little bit of work to get inside the track. So I've driven the hour away from my house today to help him get this thing ready for the track again. He says it needs a couple things. And I'm starting to look at it, and I'm starting to see a couple things that it needs. So let's take a look. Get right down here on driver's side front end. The lower bowl joint has broken. I don't know if you can see that. The light's kind of bad. But he's just welded a piece of all thread to it, and then just be able to get it to move. Top ball joint has actually popped out as well, which is not good, but that one's still fixable. What we're going to do is we're going to take this tire off, put this corner up on jack stands, hammer this down, and then we're just going to weld this ball joint in. Now the bottom one, because you have to flip these ball joints to put steel spindles into, I'm going to have to grind all my welds, take the pin off the retaining clip off the bottom, and pound this ball joint at the top. Slide a new ball joint in and weld the new ball joint on. That will not take very long at all. So this driver's side front corner is going to need some attention. Now he's concerned with how low this thing's sitting to the ground, but realistically, you take up that all thread right there. Let's see if I can get in there. You take this spindle and you bring it all the way down. You have yourselves almost 4 inches right there. So that's going to lift this car up 4 inches, which is going to make a big difference. I'm going to see if I can do something to these spring perches here and try to move the spring up so he's got a little bit more height in the front end. Not sure if it's going to work yet, but that's one of my tasks that I got to do, is to get more height in the front end of this. And I did a quick look at this passenger side. Let's see if I can see down through this hole. There we go. And I think he broke the strut on this side. I'm not going to call them springs, I'm going to call them struts, because they have a spring with a shock on the inside. Strut, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's broken, so I might have to take a good look at this passenger side as well. But other than that, this is still the same old motor. He's done little things to it. He's put a new distributor cap on it, put a good zip tie over top of it. Still got my bent headers on it. My 305 that's been through a lot. Had this thing since I was in high school. I don't even know if this thing runs. But I don't know. You guys think I should try to start it up? I don't know. Oh, that's right. I think he did this. Oh, fuel, fan, power. You know what? Let me get inside of this thing. Oh. She runs. That's no good. She runs. Man, do I miss this car. This thing is still very, very, very loud. Oh, would you look at that? There's one of my GoPro mounts. I forgot that thing up there. No wonder why I'm running out of GoPro mounts. Jeez. So some of the other problems he's been telling me, he says his shifter's all gone. Steering. His steering's messed. So I just think all these need to be tightened. They just came loose. Maybe double nut them up. Get an impact gun here, tighten all these things up. Did the back one come right off? No, the back one's still on. Just got to get those tightened down. So steering's one of the concerns, is you got to fix that. And then he says he's having some issues with the shifter, so we're going to have to fix that as well. He says it's been going into park, and he doesn't like it. This is a Jeffy's Fab Farm shifter, and it was kind of having the same issue with me before. I'd have to kick it to get it out of park when I went in. I just don't think it was properly adjusted when I first bought it. So to fix this thing, we need to do a little bit work here in this corner, and a little bit work in there. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to go order some parts, and then we're going to get this car up and running again so it can be smashed once again. So stick with us, guys. I know you guys have been wanting to see this car for quite some time. It's been over a year and a half since I've actually worked on this thing. And the last time I did work on this, I actually hurt myself quite a bit by falling onto those threaded rod. So let's go order some parts and we can see this car again. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.